fantastic.
Wow. Solid block from Tibayan on that attack.
Back to Adamson. Jimenez with that back set.
The Philippine Coast Guard defense, solid blocking coming from the orange shirts. One more try.
Good net defense by the Generals.
Almodiel scoring through the blockers. Eusebio Pumalo sent up.
Set up jump ni Marco. Combination play. And they're up 5-0. Lasal on the attack. Combination again.
UST ready for it. Then the drop.
And that's another successful hit coming from Camposan.
Coverage was good. But look at San Andres.
In Philippine sports, nothing beats the rivalry between Ateneo and LaSalle. Whatever sport, whatever level, whatever stage, it's always something special when these two teams collide. And today, that will happen here in the Spiker Surf 2019 Open Conference. Our opening game in this Sunday triple header is between the Ateneo Blue Eagles and the Eco Oil DLSU Green Spikers. That's right now, and of course you have two more games to serve you later this afternoon. But we start things off inside the Paco Arena with a big one between Ateneo and De La Salle. Judd Sulit here together with Neil Flores. Neil, I know you come from one side of this rivalry, but I also know that right now you're not on the court, you're going to enjoy this match.
That's correct. Well, we all know that an Ateneo-LaSalle matchup will always have that entertainment value. Lalo na't ngayon, both squads are looking to continue their winning ways here in the preliminary round in our open conference.
Absolutely, and this is also very important because we are getting in the deep in the things of the preliminary round, and as you can see here, both these teams still undefeated.
Tatlo na nga lang sila rather ang undefeated dito. Kaya kung sino man ang mananalo dito will get an edge towards that quarterfinals berth.
We also talked about so many times already na yung top 2 lang ang papasok. And it's also very important. You know, Ateneo opened up their tournament with a win over LPU, and these are the numbers.
Well, with the departure of their seniors, Ron Medalla really took over, scoring 15 points in that 4th set win.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it actually took Ateneo a little while before they were able to get their rhythm going in that match. But as soon as they did, they were able to take care of business against LPU. Now, Eco Oil, they also played LPU in their last match.
Another 4-set victory for Eco Oil DLSU. This time, it was John Mark Ronquillo who led the attack for the Green Spikers.
Yes, that's right. And, you know, so far so good for these two teams. But the real question, Neil, is who will be able to maintain their current positive momentum? Dahil it's a very quick preliminary round. We have stressed this so many times already. And one loss can really hurt you. Lalo na tatlo nga yung undefeated dito sa pool nila.
And sabi nga natin in the previous coverages that we had, they need the magic number of 4 to get an assured slot in that quarterfinal round.
Grabe, no? Very little margin of error for these teams. Well, it's time now to meet the starters for both squads.
At number 2, Kurt Mikel Aguilar. Wearing jersey number 3, Ron Adrian Medalla. At number 11, Canciano Lienos. Number 12, Chumason Celestine Enjiga. And number 16, Giancarlo Glorioso. Liberos are number 5, Lance Andre De Castro. And number 10, Paulo Lorenzo Trinidad. Head coach, Mr. Timothy Santo Tomas. Calling on our Eco Oil De La Salle University Green Spikers. Team captain is number 9, Wayne Ferdinand Marco. At number 1, Kiefer Arvex Reyes. Wearing jersey number 3, Billie Jean Anima. Number 5, John David De Los Reyes. Number 7, John Mark Ronquillo. And number 16, Jules Carlo De Jesus. Or rather, number 18. Liberos are number 6, John Rafael Sumalinog. And number 14, Rafael Macaspa. Sitting in as head coach is Mr. Jose Roque. This is match number 34, preliminary round, Pool B.
Here we go now with this match between Ateneo and LaSalle. And you see here the starters for Ateneo. pretty much familiar names. You have Enchiga, Lienos, Glorioso, Magdia, Medalla, Aguilar, and their libero will be Castro. And then on the side of Eco Oil, Ronquillo, the man you mentioned earlier, De Los Reyes, Bilianima, Aquino, Reyes, their setter, Wayne Marco, and Sumalinog will be completing their starters as their libero. What do you think is going to be the very important factor in this match, whether this will go DLSU's or Ateneo's way?
Well, looking at their lineup, I think nasa rebuilding stages ulit itong dalawang team na to. LaSalle has 6 rookies, Ateneo has 5. Kaya it's going to be interesting kung anong adjustments na gagawin nila within this game.
Ronquillo immediately goes to work for Eco Oil. Looks like he did not lose any steam from his performance the last time around.
And it's also important to note that John Mark Ronquillo is only a rookie for the Green Spikers.
You really love seeing those young guys that they enter a team and make immediate impact. That's going to be out. Tough angle for Kurt Aguilar, and it was too tough for him to be able to get that sa labas ng antena dumaan.
Yeah, when you asked me kanina kung kanino mapupunta yung game na to, I really can't tell dahil it's a really good matchup. They both have solid middle blockers. They have their one-stop go-to guys in the wings. Kaya kung sino maglalaro, maybe defensively na mas maganda, yun yung makakaangat.
Ateneo getting their first point in this match. It was from an error of the LSU. So Medalla will be serving now. He was their provider in their last match against LPU. Marco, miscommunication between him and De Los Reyes.
Both teams still trying to warm up in this first frame.
Hey, you hear the noises here. I think this is the most noise we've heard really for a 1 p.m. game especially. Usually dito medyo nagwa-warm up pa, even the crowd. But when it's Ateneo versus LaSalle, no need for warm-ups, Neil.
And if you're here in the Paco Arena, makikita mo rin yung crowd na medyo punuan na rin tayo. And it's just 1 p.m. We still have 2 more games to go. So kung gusto nyong makahabol, now is the perfect time to do so.
Now, earlier, Aguilar had a tough angle. Hindi niya ipasok yung kanina. This time, a much better look, and he converts.
And I heard from a little bird that it's actually his birthday today.
Wow,
so
okay.
I want to greet Kurt a happy birthday.
At ang ine-expect ni Kurt ngayon, since birthday niya, maraming regalo galing sa DLSU. Yun ang hope niya talaga na makakuha. But right now, Ateneo in a groove. They have gone on a mini run here to take a 4-3 advantage. Here's Eco Oil. Ronquillo again going down the line.
Sabi ko nga, entertainment value. Yan ang meron sa lahat ng Ateneo LaSalle games.
I assure you there will be no shortage of that here. Agadia trying to initiate Glorioso. Nothing there. This time, we'll go to Aguilar, and Aguilar will send that out.
Unfortunate miss for Aguilar. That was a wide open area for that drop ball. Mali lang yung execution.
Yeah, the intention was perfect, Neil. Basang-basa niya kung saan dapat, but just a little bit off. They go back to Aguilar. Nabuhay pa ng Eco Oil. They give him a chance ball, though. This time, Lienos going cross-court.
One of the power hitters of Ateneo, Abay Lienos, going up against a single block.
It was really Lienos, Glorioso, Medalla, and like we said, Aguilar did, who formed that group that revitalized Ateneo in that match against LPU, because for a while there, it seemed like LPU was ready to capitalize on the errors of the Blue Eagles. Yun nga lang, here an error as well committed by Kurt Aguilar.
And both of these teams actually took down Lyceum in 4 sets. Tapos pareho rin yung statistics niya. 3 players on each of these teams scored in double figures.
It's really the perfect setup to this match between Ateneo and LaSalle. And these teams, hindi naghiwalay. Error ang Ateneo on the service area. Error for LaSalle on the service area. We're tied at 6 apiece. Llenos now will be serving. And that is out. Hits the antenna on the serve.
A couple of service errors for both Ateneo and DLSU.
Yeah, the last 3 points that have been scored here, all from service errors. Let's see if Jules De Jesus can get this one over. Yes, he does. Not the best reception for Ateneo. They're able to come up with something out of it. Running attack, that is in for Kiefer Reyes. That will also bring us to our first technical timeout of this match. Echo Oil, DLSU, up 8-6. In our tournament schedule, medyo nahuli to Ateneo, and that's why they've only played one match so far, that one against LPU. This against LaSalle is their second, and they have 3 more, Neil.
Well, the last 2 games of Ateneo will be against commercial teams, the Easy Trip Road Spikers and the very strong Philippine Air Force Jet Spikers.
And for collegiate teams, which is true, of course, for both De La Salle and Ateneo, joining the Spikers turf is more than just, of course, you want to bring home the championship, but it's more than that, right? I mean, it's the growth of young players and getting ready for future tournaments, of course.
Lalo na the upcoming UAAP, medyo malapit na. Everybody is prepping for it. Kaya naman the Spikers Turf Open Conference is the perfect avenue for them to get their chemistry, matry out yung different combinations of players, and their set plays also. Dito natin makikita.
We know both of these schools have winning traditions, so hindi yan basta-basta nag-compete dito for experience. They are hoping to win it all.
And we're not saying na imposibleng matalo ng collegiate teams, yung mga commercial teams natin dito, because we've already seen some na nanalo.
One of the more successful collegiate teams so far here in this open conference, as you see that in Jega. First attack point for him. First point, actually, for Njega in this match.
True, Njega, definitely a deadly option for E.G. Magadia on the attack. Pero meron pang J.D. De Los Reyes on the side of DLSU.
Magadia. Marco going to Anima. And they are able to collect the point there. Lower coverage for Ateneo kind of scrambled in that situation, and they could not lift that ball no longer.
And with that reason alone, Eco Oil has a 2-point lead already.
They have maintained that advantage in Jega with a drop ball. Doesn't work. Sumalinog. Drop ball naman from Eco Oil. Ronquillo could not get it. Here's Medalla, says enough of those drops, but Eco Oil getting something out of it, and eventually, what do you know? It's still a drop ball that ends that rally. Anima finding that gap.
Well, the defense of Ateneo really not working dahil tinulak na lang ni Anima yung bola, and then nobody got that free ball.
And it looks like there needs to be a little bit more communication on the floor defense of Ateneo. That's 2 times already. And they kind of scrambled, Neil.
Communication and court sense, very important. Even the coverage is absent for the Blue Eagles as their coach, Coach Timmy Santo Tomas, will call for time.
Certainly some things to fix on the side of the Blue Eagles. Medalla tried to go hard, but look at that block point collected by Billy Anima.
Diba? Yun yung
sinasabi sa inyo, nag-aaral yung kalaban, pero kayo, hindi nyo binabasa kung ano yung ginagalaw nila. Jumason, yung bola nasa ibabaw na, bakit ka umaabang ng shot ball? Bumulaks ka, yun ang trabaho mo, hindi mo trabaho dumipensa sa harapan, trabaho mo bumulak. Nakakalimutan nyo na naman yung trabaho nyo eh. Asan yung discipline volleyball? Asan yung walang tapon? Asan yung take that extra step up? Nawawala eh. Kaya sabi sa inyo, gusto nyo kasi shortcut. Guys, let's go! Gusto nyo naman na kailangan yung trabaho nyo.
Neil, your takeaways from that huddle of Ateneo?
Well, Coach Tim is really looking for that in-game analysis. Tama yung point niya, yung kalaban nyo nagbabasa pero tayo nanonood lang. So he's looking for that extra effort from his players.
And if you hear what he said there, no, sabi niya is alam naman ng players ko ano dapat gawin eh. It's a matter of going back to that game plan. And I think for now, Ateneo, the first step is killing the momentum that's swinging towards Eco Oil's side.
Medyo dumadami na nga yung errors ng Ateneo right now. They have to get that one good stop para ma-break yung momentum ng Eco Oil.
Medallia lifts it up. EG goes to Njigha, who gets it off the touch ball. That's the badly needed point for Ateneo. Now Ron Medallia will be serving for the Blue Eagles.
But this is probably the strongest front line of Eco Oil with Anima, De Los Reyes, and Ronquillo.
Papaikutin agad ni De Los Reyes. Sends the arrow towards the other side.
Will be given a couple of warnings by our referee. We have to turn around now if they're going to make some gestures. But that's all part of the game. Sanay naman tayo sa ganyan.
Alam mo, umikot siya. Pero para iba yung araw, umikot ulit siya. An error on the service line for Anima. Now it's Chu Njigha serving for Ateneo. For the Blue Eagles, you want to make your move now and prevent this De La Salle lead from growing further. EG sends up a chance ball for Eco Oil. Marco, combination there. Beautiful play for the Green Archers.
Wayne Marco really going for a lot of different combination plays to fool the blockers of Ateneo. Gian Glorioso went up for that middle. Then suddenly Wayne Marco went for that running attack.
So far, beautiful volleyball being shown by Eco Oil. It was actually over-received, but Keeper Reyes could not control his counter.
Well, despite their misreception, Ateneo will take the points na ibibigay nitong Eco Oil. They're still down by 4.
This is a big break for the Blue Eagles, so they have to capitalize on this. Good serve for Aguilar. There's that combination again that Ateneo has not really found a solution for.
Again, John Mark Ronquillo doing the damage for Eco Oil.
You can feel the intensity from these two teams, understanding they're up against arch rivals. But right now, it's Eco Oil DLSU controlling this match. They're up 16-11 in the second technical timeout of the first set. Spiker serve action continues inside the Paco Arena in Manila. Now for Eco Oil DLSU, they have the Air Force coming up on September 24 and then Easy Trip on October 3. The same two teams that Ateneo will be facing in their last two matches of the Open Conference. And this could be true na dyan talaga masusubukan both the Blue Eagles and the Green Archers in those two matches.
Well, when they face the EVU Chip Road Spikers, makakaharap nila yung mga kuya nila sa DLSU before. Then they will also take on Ranran Abdilia and the rest of the Jet Spikers to end their campaign here in the preliminary round.
That one goes out. Kiefer Reyes has not really found his rhythm here in the first set. Couple of attack errors for him already. Llenos will now be serving for Ateneo. Good serve there. Misreception. Can Ateneo capitalize? Aguilar. Nice play there. But LaSalle finding a way. E.G. Magadia going to Glorioso. Nothing there. Another opportunity for Ateneo. They go to Aguilar. Nice rally here. And that's going to be an illegal back row attempt for Echo Oil. A point going to Ateneo.
Tama, he stepped on the line bago siya nakatalon. So that's an invalid attack. From 4 points down, 2 points na lang ang kalamangan ng Eco Oil.
Alam mo Neil, medyo anticlimactic yung tapos ng rally yun. But Ateneo will not complain. They need all the points they can get at this point.
And if you'll notice, didikit yung score natin, tapos lalayo lang ulit siya because of the errors of the teams.
And this is a common thing we see in volleyball, no? And that's why it's so important to clean your game up, to limit errors, because you don't want to lose just because of your own mga mistakes, di ba?
Kahit isang error lang yan, it can play a huge difference in the crucial junctions of every game.
That's back-to-back errors.
That being said, another error on the side of the Blue Eagles.
Similar errors too. It's another 4-point advantage for the green shirts. De Jesus with a serve. E.G. Magadia going to Medalla, who gets roofed by Reyes.
Another block on Ron Medalla. Mukhang nag-aral talaga itong Eco Oil DLSU. They know the go-to spikers of E.G. Magadia and they were just ready for that.
It was a great angle dun sa blocking ni Reyes, kaya balik agad yung bola sa side na Ateneo.
O di sa kanya mo binigay kasi single block siya, E.G. Gusto mong papaluin yung open, anong pabibigay mo sa kanya? E.G. naman eh. Gusto naman, mag-isip ka naman, sinag-usapan na natin yan kahapon.
Sige, kuya.
Ay, ako naman. Ikaw yung nawawala sa diskarte, ikaw yung nawawala sa sirkulasyon eh. Sige, sa'yo, kailangan mo pumupas. Kanina mo ibibigay yung bola, E.G.
We have to pull away, guys.
The challenge being put out by Coach Timmy Santo Tomas. And the reminders, the tone of those huddles have remained the same. Coach Timmy knows that they came into this match prepared, knowing what they want to do, but it's a matter of executing that game plan na parang nawawala nga raw sila.
And it's unusual to see E.G. Magadia na medyo mawalan nga ng diskarte. He was the previous best setter in season 81 of the UAAP. And in the past 6 years, Ateneo talaga yung nakakakuha ng best setter plum since the time of Ish Polvorosa.
And Magadia receiving more reminders from Coach Timmy. Could there have been a better option in that sequence, Neil?
Well, he looking for a play na talagang magugulo yung blockers ng DLSU because at this point, alam nila kung saan pupunta.
Susubok ang Ateneo and finally they get through. That time, naunahan nila. The speed of that setup, it got past the defense of LaSalle.
Now, substitution will be made. Bok Morado will serve for Gian Glorioso.
In their last match against LPU, Morado did not play until the second set. This is an earlier entrance for him. Targets Anima on that serve. That one was about to go out already. No, actually, it could have gone in. It was a 50-50 ball and Llenos decided to go for it, kaya lang hindi niya na-control.
Personally, I think that was already going out. Kaya nung nakuha yun ni Abel Llenos, he knew it.
Yeah,
Na dapat hindi niya nakinuha. But sometimes when you're in doubt, just get it.
And it's probably also a reason kung bakit niya hindi nakuha na malinis because when that ball was running near to him already, doon niya na naisip na, oh no, baka mag-out pala to.
Tama, split-second decisions, very important in this game.
Pag ganun, kailangan kumumit ka na lang eh, no? Kung kukunin mo na, di buhayin mo na lang talaga yung bola. So, this is the growth and the experience that these two teams hope to gain here as they compete in the Spikers Turf Open Conference.
That's another point for Anima. This time off the block.
This is the biggest lead already, Neil, that Eco Oil DLSU has enjoyed here in the first set. And clearly that ball went over Muna and off the block of Njega. Aguilar, finally a successful attack for Ateneo, wiping it off the block.
And Coach Ting is just really looking, sabi mo nga kanya, for clean volleyball. He's not looking for spectacular plays, tamang execution lang. Single block, okay na sila doon.
Medalla, loaded serve. De Jesus gets to it. Marco will set up Anima going cross-court. Nahanap yung buta sa Ateneo.
Anima going through the two blockers in Llenos and Njega. Njega was just too late to close that gap.
It really is showing how split seconds are very important in volleyball. And that was a point collected by Chu Njega. When Ateneo played LPU, Njega was the one who woke the team up, went to work very early before the likes of Llenos and Medalla took over in the latter parts of that match. Yung energy from Chu ang parang hinahanap ngayon ng Ateneo.
And aside from the offense, he scored 4 block points for the Blue Eagles also.
De Jesus. That's going to be a net touch violation on Ateneo. And that brings Eco Oil de La Salle University to set point here in the opener. De Los Reyes serving for the set. EG going to Llenos. And a net violation for De La Salle this time.
But even if they did not touch that net, pasok din talaga yung bola sa block ni JD De Los Reyes. I mean, sorry, that was Kiefer Reyes, rather.
Aguilar, the birthday boy, serving. Marco going quickly to Reyes. Good coverage there for Ateneo. De Castro getting to that ball. And it was turned into a point for the Blue Eagles. They are humming here.
Great statistics also in their previous game. 15 excellent receptions and 16 excellent digs for their rookie libero, Lance De Castro.
Marco will go to Ronquillo off the block. Gets the set win for Eco Oil de La Salle.
And Eco Oil DLSU just taking advantage of the absence dun sa depensa ng Ateneo. There was no blocking present. The digging was erratic. Kaya naman, they got that 25-20.
One set in the books here in our opening match of your Sunday triple header. Eco Oil, DLSU getting that first set, and here are the numbers. No blocks, no aces. Neil for Ateneo.
And Eco Oil even edged out Ateneo in the attacks department. They did not have a solution for Ronquillo and Anima in that first frame. Yung errors medyo dikitan lang. Pero pag mabawasan pa ng mga teams yan, mas maganda yung magiging takbo ng laro natin.
Oh, definitely. And you know, I remember covering that first match of Ateneo in this open conference against LPU. Even though they got the 25-23 first set win against LPU, mabagal talaga yung naging simula ng Ateneo. It took them a while before they were able to gain their rhythm. Now, the standings would also suggest that Eco Oil is a better team compared to LPU. Baka mas experience, a little bit more talent there. So, you know, Ateneo could have na-afford nila yung slower start against LPU, but against a team like Eco Oil, and also, of course, the rivalry is there, di ba? Yung intensity na dinala ng Green Archers into that first set. Obviously, Ateneo could not afford a slow start like they did against LPU.
And you can see the confidence of the players on the side of Eco Oil showing their swag earlier in that first frame. Kaya kailangan magising na itong Ateneo if they want to give a good match sa ating Green Spikers.
When you were playing for Ateneo, how special was it when it was LaSalle that you're playing? Yung tulog mo ba? Iba yung gigil mo? What do you do before a match?
Well, I think for both of these teams naman, lagi ang mindset nila parang matalo na sa lahat, wag lang sa isa't isa.
That's right.
That's really the rivalry here in Philippine volleyball.
And it's just, hindi kasi lang to ano eh. It's beyond the volleyball court. Yung pagpasok mo kinabukasan sa school and you know that you took down the rival.
Yes,
diba?
that's correct.
Mataas yung tindig mo in campus eh, rather than if the other team got the better of you.
Billy Anima already having 7 points so far at kakatapos lang ng unang set natin.
He was definitely the main option of Eco Oil in that first set. The first point belonged to Ronquillo, but then after that, Anima just went to work. That ball bouncing back to De Jesus. And Jules could no longer get to it. Much better energy from Ateneo here.
Solid blocking for the birthday boy, Kurt Aguilar. Silang dalawa ni Chu and Jega yung nakakuha ng 4 blocks apiece in their previous game against Lyceum.
Remember the huddle also earlier of Coach Timmy Santo Tomas of Ateneo. Si Jega din yung challenge niya. Sinabi niya talaga, ang trabaho mo is mag-block. So you have to be able to do your job. And I guess that's the challenge for Chu right now. We did highlight the fact that no block points for Ateneo in that opening set. Nice serve there for Ronquillo, but that was an excellent reception for De La Salle.
And Coach Timmy telling Chu and Jega that he was too late for that block.
Very clear on that replay, and Jega also knew it, immediately apologizing. Marco. And that's going to be another point collected by Eco Oil.
You know, there are 2 players from DLSU na kamag-anak pala ni Coach Ramil De Jesus. Isa anak niya,
okay.
Isang pamangkin niya. And Coach Ramil is one of the most decorated coaches in Philippine volleyball.
You know, De La Salle is starting to become synonymous to the surname De Jesus. Baka palitan nga nila yung D dyan ng De Jesus La Salle University na eh. You know, Coach Ramil has also led the Lady Archers to some a couple of championships too. Magadia going to Enjega, and finally, Chu has been initiated here in the second set.
People would think na the top scorers of every team would be usually yung wings. But in the case of Ateneo, I think Chu and Jega is their main man right now.
Marco going to Reyes. And a net touch. Whistled on Glorioso.
These are the careless errors that they have to avoid dahil napakaganda nung deflection nila. That was a perfect chance for them to get a counter-attack.
Glorioso, sa baba niya tinamaan yung net which is masakit din kasi naiwasan mo na sa taas, which is the more likely situation na sa taas mo tamaan. And then, an ace for Ronquillo. So again, early on, Neil, problems piling up for the side of Ateneo.
Kanina, it was the coverage, but right now, they're having problems with their first ball.
Nancy Castro getting to it. Aguilar tried to go cross court. Lienos, Abay could not get it. And this time, it's Jules De Jesus finding the gap, exposing it.
Na-miss-time pa ng konti yung palo ni De Jesus, but he still gets the point. Early timeout for Ateneo.
Look at that. Anima with that set. And De Jesus knew just what to do with that volleyball.
5 p.m. today, we'll have our final match in the Strikers Turf between Arellano University and
Anong gagawin ng kalaban? Loose ball, anong gagawin? Oh, bakit taas todo-todo na naman yung talong ninyo? Hindi na naman kayo nagbibilang. Gian, Kurt.
Kuya.
Sumunod naman kayo sa game plan natin. Lahat.
I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but the tone, again, the reminders have remained consistent. Ang hinihingi lang ni Coach Timmy Santo Tomas from his players is for them to play the way they had prepared for. You know, to be able to execute the game plan.
And he didn't even wait for the technical timeout. Ganun ka-urgent na kailangan niyang masabi yung mga bagay na yon sa players niya.
Little luck favoring Ateneo that time. Hitting the tape of the net before falling in. Aguilar now serving. Has 3 points in this match. Marco and Reyes, too difficult of an angle.
And they've been looking for that connection dahil medyo nakakailan na ring miscommunication on that running play.
And even no mga napapalo naman ni Kiefer Reyes, he has been covered. Mukhang napagandaan naman yung mga atake ni Reyes. He's actually one guy that Eco Oil has gone to. We saw that even in the reinforced conference. But ngayon, not really working. You see there, again, covered at the net. De Jesus, however, has been a problem for Ateneo. And we now enter the first technical timeout. Jules De Jesus, he carries an important surname in the legacy of De La Salle, and he's showing that he can live up to that name. This is our tournament system, and that's why you'll see here why Neil and I have been emphasizing that every win is important, every match is important.
That's correct. Single round robin for the 4 pools of 6 teams each. Only 2 will advance to the quarterfinal round, pero lahat ng number 1 will get a twice to beat advantage. Then we go to the semis and the finals.
Yep, and we are now towards the late part of the preliminaries of the pool stages. It just so happened that nakakadalawa at isang laro pa lang tong Eco Oil and Ateneo. But as we mentioned, we also showed you earlier the upcoming games for these two squads, and every win is gonna be extra important, especially with the prominent Air Force, Philippine Air Force jet spikers in this group. You almost expect Air Force to take one of the two spots na papasok. But, you know, you cannot discount the talent that is in these two teams, De La Salle and Ateneo. As you see here, Ronquillo straight into Lienos, who could no longer handle it. Glorioso looking to answer. De La Salle ready. Ronquillo again. Once more, getting back-to-back points.
Again, the defense of Ateneo talagang nawawala. Yung bola actually pumupunta na diretso sa players, but they can't seem to contain the spikes of Ronquillo. Coach Timmy clearly disappointed with the performance of his players so far.
Kanina niya pa sinusubukang gisingin eh. Yung kanyang Ateneo Blue Eagles. It was a touch there. So another point for Eco Oil DLSU. It was also at this juncture in that first set, Neil, kung saan slowly humiwalay etong Green Archers.
Glorioso and Medalla have been quiet so far, and they need more points from them. That's another error on the side of the Blue Eagles.
The biggest lead in that first set for De La Salle was 6 points. This is also the biggest lead so far of the second set. Reyes looking to add to it, but that one is out. Ateneo collecting that point.
It's still a 5-point deficit for the Blue Eagles. Now is the time to make your own mini run to catch up.
Well, that's going to do them good. Back-to-back points for Ateneo. Reception error there for Anima.
And finally, ngayon nakaregister na sila ng block point and an ace point. Kanina pareho 0 yan in the first frame.
Glorioso looking to inch Ateneo closer here. Oh, but then it was a net touch. Maganda rin yung atake doon ni De Los Reyes. But even before he was able to get that in, a violation already committed by Ateneo. And how many times have we seen this, Neil?
Ilan na rin yan. Net infraction called on the blockers of Ateneo.
And smartly, Anima seeing that regalo.
You really can't set up your strong middle blockers if you don't have a good first pass. And then yung isang character na tinanong ko kay Coach Timmy kung anong gusto niyang makita. They're a good receiving and a good blocking team, but right now it's not showing on the floor.
Absolutely. You know, more of the points that Ateneo have collected, actually, yung mga attack errors ng La Salle and not blockings or good defense on the side of the Blue Eagles. And while they will gladly take those points, you know that at some point, kailangan nilang to be better on their end of the floor.
Kumbaga, kailangan nilang trabahuhin yung mga puntos na makukuha nila. Hindi lang yung kukunin dun sa errors ng kalaban nila.
You'll take your lucky breaks, but then at the end of the day, it's execution that will matter most.
And they need to pump up the energy because right now I'm seeing different energies on the court. Confidence clearly on the side of the Eco Oil DLSU Green Spikers.
Well, Ateneo has turned the deficit down to 4. Can they do more? Magadia going to Medalla. Eco Oil. Anima coming in for the kill.
Again, when you give Anima a fast play, he will surely kill that. Coach Ramil De Jesus watching on the sidelines. Hindi ako sanay na hindi siya nakalasal uniform.
At saka na yung I'm sure he's trying to hold in his emotions then, you know, liking that play. Pero poker face si Coach Ramil eh. And for coaches, yeah, you know that, okay, hindi siya nga coaching staff nitong men's team, but you know that he's still emotionally invested in this match. Nice play from Marco, but Eco Oil was stopped that time. Drop ball for Lienos. Nothing there. De Jesus off the block. Now that should get Coach Ramil smiling a little bit. Eco Oil DLSU getting us our second technical timeout, up by 5, 16-11. We'll be right back. Eco Oil DLSU with a lot of good here in the first 1.5 sets of this match so far. And Billy Anima has been their provider. He has really injected that much needed energy. He's very animated as well, entertaining the crowd inside the Paco Arena.
But you also have to commend the setter, Wayne Marco. He's been distributing the balls to his teammates. Nakakalat yung mga puntos ng DLSU ngayon.
And those two have really shown excellent connection. Mag-uusap ang ating mga officials here. First and second referees. We'll discuss this.
Now, Ateneo is asking for an overreaching violation. So the first and the second referee will talk it through first. And
point is awarded to Ateneo.
Tama. E.G. Magadia was still trying to set that ball up. Pero nagkaroon ng interference dun sa net.
You know, even though Ateneo has not played their best volleyball here, they are only down by 4 points, and this is not an impossible task for them in the second set. Combination, De Jesus stop, but it falls out.
Kanina it was Ronquillo and Anima. Right now it's De Jesus doing the damage sa depensa ng Ateneo. Now we see new faces on the floor for Eco Oil, Inocentes and Serrano.
Serrano will be serving. Jules De Jesus parang nagpapakitang gilas sa kanyang tito. As we did mention, Coach Ramil, si Jules De Jesus is his nephew. Paul Serrano with the serve. E.G. Magadia to Abalienos. Try to go cross court. Reyes with a quick.
Wayne Marco just fooling all the blockers of Ateneo.
Look at that. And then Serrano that time was the setter. But like you mentioned, Marco has been an integral part of this Eco Oil performance. Serrano going this time to Inocentes. It was off the block. Another point for Eco Oil.
Good double substitution from Eco Oil. Instant point.
Oy, sasabi sa inyo ron, hindi nyo pwedeng panuorin lang yung bola. Hanggat hindi mo aakuin yung trabaho mo, walang mangyayari sa team na to. Hanggat natutuwag ka pa rin, hanggat hindi mo pa rin tanggap na ikaw ang bubuhat sa team na to, walang mangyayari sa team na to. Hindi pwedeng si EG lang. Walang ginagawa spectacular yung kalaban. Yung bola ang namamatay sa amin na napagkaganda kasi walang gustong umako.
Kuya, let's go, kuya. Guys, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Excellent point there in that huddle. In team sports, Neil, madalas talaga you want to see teamwork, operation, syempre na tapping into all the weapons you have. But there are also instances where you need that one man na bubuhay lang, parang for maybe a stretch. Ikaw kumarga, ikaw magsabing lalaban yung team namin.
They're looking for a leader in the court, but Inocentes comes up with another big point. Una from that off-the-block hit, this time a single block against Lienos.
For Coach Jose Roque, parang kahit sino ang ipasok niya in this match has provided something positive for his team. commanding 8-point lead now for DLSU. That's crossing over.
It's clear na sobrang pasok na siya sa court ng Ateneo.
Still good effort. You have to commend there for Sumalinog.
Susubukan ni Coach Timmy na balasahin yung mga players niya. Bok Morado will be setting. And Basti Cuerva, their team captain, will see his first action here in the Open Conference.
Ateneo in need of something good here. Good serve for Morado. Serrano going to Reyes. Sent back. Inocentes. That's too strong. And a point for Ateneo. But I think the same situation, the same thing we mentioned earlier, Neil. At least half siguro ng 14 points of Ateneo in this set came from errors of DLSU.
I would have to agree. And mukhang nag-work talaga yung game plan ng DLSU. I was talking to their assistant coach, Jewel Asia, a while ago. Sabi niya, they have to eliminate the libero in the receiving pattern and more emphasis on the blocking, lalo na sa mga quickers ng Ateneo.
Let's see what the Blue Eagles are able to do with this one. De Castro getting it to Abay. DLSU with the coverage. Ateneo without it.
These simple balls na pinapakawalan ng Ateneo. Dito hindi natutuwa yung mga coaches.
And, you know, you said it. Simple balls. It's also what Coach Timmy said earlier. Sabi niya, walang ginagawang spectacular yung kalaban. And a lot of it, a lot of the problems of Ateneo nanggagaling from their own side. But they get to provide something good there.
Lienos making up for that error.
Hoping for all the positives that they can get. Only down by 6 points here. Serrano going to Inocentes. Medalla left set up. Glorioso finding the gap there.
So far, maganda ang bunot ni Coach Timmy. Bok Morado getting a couple of points for his attackers. Pero 5 pa rin ang kalamangan ng Eco Oil.
Abay Lienos serving once more. Loads it up. Serrano will go to Inocentes. Blocked again. That's 3 straight points now for Ateneo. And a timeout will be whistled. Coach Jose Roque asking for it. This is probably the first time, the first stretch in this match that Ateneo has been able to put pressure on Eco Oil.
Ano lang, endgame mo, endgame. Paano natin kukontrolin yan? Oh, gaya sabi ko, jump serve. Oh, ba't nakasiksik na naman kayo? So hindi nyo naman sa control dahil dito na yung bola. Masyado na malapit. Upside.
Ano mo? Ano tiri?
What do you feel, Neil, started that surge, that uprising for Ateneo? They scored the last three points.
Well, for every setter na pumapasok, iba kasi yung diskarte. So paminsan, kung basang-basa na yung unang setter, doon nahuhugot ng iba yung coach nila. Sometimes you would also see tatlo yung setter. Actually, in the line of Ateneo, there are 3 setters. Bok Morado, E.G. Magadia, and Eman Go. So ang daming pwedeng puntahan ni Coach Timmy.
And he tried to go with E.G. for the longest time, but also recognized the need to give De La Salle a different look. Medalla was not looking at that space. He was actually already anticipating Abay Lienos. You'll see it here. It should have been an easy ball to get, pero Medalla, he wasn't looking at that area. So nakita yun ng DLSU and they exposed it.
Now the son of Coach Romel will serve for Eco Oil.
3 De Jesuses in the house today. 1 in the stands. Glorioso off the block, it's out.
Now in Jigha will be in the front line for Ateneo. It's their last chance to catch up. 4 pa rin ang kalamangan ng Eco Oil.
And obviously do not want to fall 2 sets behind because that is extreme pressure already.
Although marami rin naman tayo nakita mga teams who got back from 0-2 set counts. Medalya! Turning that into gold.
That's a good start. Sabi ko nga, he's been quiet so far. Ron Medalya going off the blockers.
Isa siya dun sa mga challenge ni Coach Timmy kanina eh, saying na bakit di mo pa matanggap na ikaw ang bubuhat sa team na to? You know, as much as it's a challenge, that's a great challenge to hear, di ba? If you're a player, you want that kind of trust from a coach. And then you see Ateneo getting another point off of an eco oil error. Suddenly, Neil, dalawa na lang hinahabol ng Ateneo.
Well, I'm really expecting Coach Timmy to bank on Ron Medalya dahil isa siya sa mga seniors din after losing Tony Koyfman, John Rivera, and Jasper Tan.
Mabibigat yung mga pangalang nawala on the side of Ateneo, and that's why these guys have to step up, definitely. Marco De Los Reyes could not convert. Sumalinog now to Anima. That one is out. And from, yeah, go ahead.
Just like that, isa na lang ang kalamangan ng Eco Oil.
From being down by 8 points earlier in the second set, Ateneo rallying back, trimming the deficit down to 1.
Billy, Chempo, sabi sa'yo, hindi mo madidiskarte ng bola. Kung masyado ka nakailalim sa ano, hindi mo na siya nakikita kung anong nangyayari sa harap. Diba? Isang good pass lang. Okay, isang good pass.
Isang patay lang, isang patay lang.
Ha? Makakuha ka ng block.
What changed, Neil, for Ateneo?
Well, upon the entry of Bok Morado, parang dun nagbago eh. He got a couple of attack points for his spikers. Dun sila umabante ng konti. Tapos hindi rin nakatulong yung mga errors naman ng Eco Oil.
Morado really making a name for himself here.
He's the younger brother of Gia Morado.
There you go.
And that is
Ateneo tying the second set up. And what Coach Temi Santo Tomas is barking, keep your focus. We still have 3 more points to get here. Marco. Beautiful read there. De Los Reyes off speed was the perfect decision, perfect weapon to use. A little bit late was Glorioso to get to that ball. But if you're Ateneo, you know that at some point matitigil din talaga yung run mo eh. But the important thing is you've brought yourself back into the match already.
They're currently at an advantage dahil sila yung unang aatake sa depensa ng Eco Oil, but they have to get a good first pass.
Morado going to Enjega. Naibalik naman. That one was covered. Ball still alive. Good rally here. Anima. It's lifted up. Medalya. No. What a rally. It's still alive. Sent to the back. Ateneo with an opportunity here. Medalya going in. Finally, Ateneo collecting that point.
And the Ateneo crowd goes wild. We are tied 23 all. There is no script to an Ateneo DLSU matchup.
It just always becomes epic. Ron Medalya powering Ateneo in that sequence, tying it up at 23 apiece. Now, E.G. Magadya has returned. He will hope to put the final touches here in the second set, hoping that it favors his team. Ronquillo. Enjega.
And great pickup from Lance De Castro. Setting it up for E.G. And then Enjega with that wonderful finish of that quick play.
Midway through the second set, Ateneo was down by 8 points. Now, they are at set point.
Can they finish the job? Bagadia. Here's Marco now to Ronquillo. And that is a major comeback for Ateneo. What a rally. The Blue Eagles of Coach Timmy Santo Tomas responding to this challenge.
They started out this set with a good block and they ended it with another block. That's the character of the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Incredible action we're seeing here. That's exactly what you witness in the Spikers turf. That's exactly what you witness when De La Salle goes up against Ateneo. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Set 3 when we return. Back inside the Paco Arena where incredible things are happening in this match. Ateneo rising from down 8 in that second set. I don't know how they did it, Neil, but they still found a way to win it.
But look at the attacks department. Sobrang layo ng pinuntos ng Eco Oil compared to Ateneo, but they just let go of that set with those errors na sunod-sunod.
And also major improvement in the blockings, you know. Yun yung sinabi mo nga na Coach Timmy identifies as their strength. And it wasn't shown in that first set. But also one thing that changed, Neil, is the energy. The energy was something that you yourself were saying has to improve on the side of the Blue Eagles. It did towards the latter part of that second set.
Tapos yung crowd rin medyo getting involved with the action with the long rallies that we had in that second set.
Anima gets sent back. The boomerang straight into Eco Oil's side.
Sobrang laking difference nung blocking department in volleyball. Just imagine, 0 blocks, 0 aces nung first. Nung pangalawa, 4 blocks and a couple of aces.
And look at that. Ateneo is pumped up right now. Looks like they have woken up. They are ready to take over. Medalla coming off an ace. And those first 2 points of Ateneo, Neil, isang block, isang ace. The two things that, kakasabi lang natin, we're missing in the opening sequence of this match, the opening set.
The question now is, how will the Green Spikers adjust to the blocking of Ateneo?
Let's see what they'll be able to do here. An error there for LaSalle. So 3-1, the lead for Ateneo. And Jiga serving, targets De Jesus. De Los Reyes comes up short. It wasn't the best set for Wayne Marco as well.
And this is the first time na uuna ang Ateneo sa Kalamangan. Most of the game, LaSalle lagi ang nauuna.
Eco Oil, Anima going to De Jesus. Tough angle. Two players for Ateneo getting to that ball. Abay Lienos, naiangat ni Anima. Ronquillo met at the nets.
Another block point for the Blue Eagles.
Look at that. Kanina kung may nahuhuli sa blockers ng Ateneo, now it's perfectly timed.
Yan yung mga in-game adjustments na nasa player na, wala na siya sa coach. But they throw away that service.
Now, this is something that this team will have to be careful about. You know, you're already gaining momentum and rhythm, so you just don't want to lose it with silly errors. 5-2 advantage for Ateneo. Gustong dagdagan. Not that time. Magadia this time going to Medalla. That one is in. Ateneo playing much better than they did in the first set.
Well-placed shot by Medalla. Not too powerful, pero kitang-kita niya yung butas dun sa depensa ng DLSU.
Kurt Aguilar. Marco going to Reyes.
Glorioso was totally late against that attack of Kiefer Reyes.
And Ateneo, also they have to understand that if they were able to mount that kind of a rally, baka kakayanin din ng LaSalle yan. And even though they are up here, it's only a 3-point advantage. They have to maintain the energy as LaSalle tries to get back here. Anima did not get it. Magadio with a dump, sumabit sa net, so that gave time for Eco Oil to get to it. And De La Salle getting the point there.
A net infraction will also be called.
And how big has Jules De Jesus been for Eco Oil in this match?
Just imagine the luxury of Wayne Marco. Everybody is producing the points for the Green Spikers.
There was a touch there. Ateneo could not get it. And so an ace collected by John Mark Ronquillo. Top scorer of DLSU in their previous match. And when they took care of business against LPU, he's also provided well here. But as you mentioned, that it's an error for him.
Well, yung tapon pa lang ni Ronquillo medyo mababa na eh. It's hard to hit that jump serve pag pangit yung release.
Lienos looking for that point that will bring us to our first technical timeout. Marco, wise decision pero handa lang talaga yung Ateneo that time. Wayne Marco to De Jesus. De Castro could not control it. Eco Oil getting another point from Jules De Jesus. De Jesus now in the back line serving for DLSU. Magadia going quickly to Glorioso.
And yun yung hinahanap ni Coach Timmy, that emphatic, quick plays from Ateneo.
And indeed, it brought them success. Ateneo gets to 8 points here in the third set, rather, as Glorioso being fed perfectly by E.G. Magadia, getting that beautiful play to get it to go in.
Here now are the DLSU Green Spikers hoping to regain control of this match. Glorioso providing some good things. Anima. Here's Magadia now to Enchica. Not a lot of power on that hit. Marco, and it's Ronquillo going in for the pipe.
Naging advantage na rin talaga sa men's volleyball yung attacks from the back row. Dati hindi masyado ginagamit, but with the evolution of the sport, it's really maximized. Paminsan primary attack option na rin siya.
Dati ang hirap-hirap umatake mula sa likod, but now with athleticism as well siguro. Pero yun, coming in from the back, hindi lang umabot dahil sinalubong naman ang double block si Kurt Aguilar.
Billy Anima showing his experience there. Covered him completely. Medalla. Oh, through the block.
He found that little opening in between the two blockers.
And good recognition also because he already saw two blockers right in front of him. Pag nilakasan niya yung palo, most likely babalik lang yon. Just enough power to get it through the defense of Eco Oil.
Ateneo still up by 1. And Eco Oil could not get to it anymore. E.G. Magadia serving for Ateneo. De Jesus. Magadia going to Enchica. And that will be a point for Ateneo.
If you're going to observe the service of Ateneo, meron silang specific target. They're targeting the wing spikers para at least medyo mawala sa timing. Tapos if ever magkaroon ng misreception, it's easier for them to get that block pattern.
Ayan na nga, not the best reception and ginawa na ng paraan ng Eco Oil. Here's Ateneo's turn. A joust there. Nabuhay naman ng Eco Oil and Jigalo. Very smart on that attack.
And Jiga with a power tip. He can go to a variety of attack options. Pwedeng mabilis na power tip, pwedeng malakas na palo.
And actually, that's one thing that Ateneo has done. They've shaken things up as well, giving DLSU different looks. They found a lot of success in it.
Yung kalaban, nabigyan niya ng obyaso, tataas. Tayo naman, binabayo. Dapat sinabayan natin. Walang galaw na pinagsusundahan natin kung ano kaya natin. Pag nag-decide kayo, yun na yun. Tara!
Thank you for watching Spikers Turf Open Conference on One Sports. Jud Sulit and Neil Flores delivering this ball game to you guys. And if earlier it was Coach Timmy Santo Tomas who was doing some waking up towards his team, it's now Coach Jose Roque doing that. After a brilliant start, they allowed Ateneo to even things up, one set apiece. If you're just tuning in, we'd like to update you on what had happened here. Ateneo was already down by 8 points in that second set, pero humabol sila and they won that set 25-23.
And that's the reason kung bakit sinabi ni Coach Jose Roque na binigyan nyo ng kumpiyansa, you let it happen. So you have to make up for that effort.
Exactly what they are trying to do here.
Now Ateneo holds a 4-point lead over Eco Oil. 6 points so far for Ron Medalla. Not his usual numbers dahil he's coming up off a 15-point performance in that win against Lyceum.
But Ateneo also, before that service error from Medalla, they had a good 4-1 run because they were up 9-8 earlier.
Drop ball. Nice pancake there. De Jesus. Tumama sa tape. Makaspak. Oh, the blockers cover that one. Equal. Oh, hirap nun for Makaspak. You know, you put in your effort, you sacrifice your body, but in the end, sa kabila pa rin yung puntos. That must not feel good, but they are still very much alive here in the third set, although it's Ateneo up by 4. Glorioso timed that perfectly and also directed that ball in a brilliant manner.
Looks like they finally got over that hump, talking about Ateneo.
Makaspak was a target of their serve. And De Jesus not getting that over, so Ateneo will be serving now, and they'll also hold a 6-point lead as we enter the second technical timeout. They're up 16-10. Ateneo, they were slow to start this match off, but once they woke up, once they found their rhythm, there was no looking back for the Blue Eagles. And Chuen Chika, he was actually also very silent in the opening part of this match, but he's been there for them. When they went on that run late in the second set, isa talaga si Chu sa mga bumuhay sa Ateneo.
That's correct. And when you activate Chu and Jigha, mas magkakaroon ng opening yung wing hitters mo to go up against single blocks from the side of Eco Oil.
That's the luxury that Ateneo has, having an attacker like Chu and Jigha. Lalo na kapag nasa likod to sa gitna, it's so difficult to stop him. Magadia going to Abailienos.
This time he was stopped by Ronquillo.
John Mark Ronquillo looking to resuscitate his team in the third set. De Los Reyes will be serving for De La Salle. Magadia, the quick to Glorioso is roofed anew.
Well read from Eco Oil. Masyado ring mababa yung set ni E.G. Magadia for Glorioso.
John De Los Reyes once again. Tatlo lang hinahabol ng Eco Oil. Magadia going to Medalla. And Marco not getting to it quick enough. Back to 4 is the lead of Ateneo. 17-13. So far, they have taken full control of this third set. Marco. Reyes tried to wipe it off of the blocker. Medalla, that one not over.
Too low for Ron Medalla.
Here's Ronquillo now will be serving. JM Ronquillo has definitely tried his very best to inject life into Eco Oil after Ateneo woke up. But he'll need some help.
12 points so far under the belt of Ronquillo. He will surely have a bright future in this sport. So much promise from this rookie.
Abailienos, drop ball, nakuha ng Eco Oil. De Jesus, that one is out, but he's asking for a touch, not given. Point for Ateneo. Abay Lienos, one of the veterans of Ateneo. Here he is. Service goes straight out. 3-point for Eco Oil. And this is, sorry Neil, this is the part where they really, Eco Oil I'm talking about, really needs to make that run.
That's correct. And Ateneo has to be very conscious about their errors dahil ito yung nangyari sa Eco Oil nung second set kaya sila natalo. So they have to avoid giving out a lot of free points. Kumbaga they have to be more aggressive dahil they're still up by 3 points. Now is the time to pound the defense of the Eco Oil Green Spikers.
You have a stoppage here on the floor. Looks like an illegal substitution and papabalikin si Jules De Jesus. We'll try to get more clarity on what had happened here.
They're saying that Maglinaw is not in the 0-4 form. So he cannot see action in this game in particular. Hindi siya nakalista.
That is very crucial if there's a player you want to use pero wala sa lineup. And obviously, he will not be allowed to check in. And that's what happened to Maglinaw that time.
And the yellow card will be given to Eco Oil. That's a delay warning on the game.
The Castro lifts it up. Mag-adya going to Medalla. Makaspag. Gets to that ball. Reyes on the quick. Doesn't work. Double block met by Medalla, but it will not even reach that double block as the timing was a bit off on his approach. Ateneo requesting for some time as they are hoping to take a 2-1 set lead here.
So ano gagawin mo? Mag-adjust ka na. Nakita mo nandun na sa dulo yung opposite eh. Ay, nandun na sa dulo yung setter. O bakit dito dulo mo pa yung set mo? Ano gagawin mo? Ano ng konti? Hayaan mo siya mag-take cross. Nawawalan siya ng option eh. Ang binibigay mo set sa kanya, wala na pang cross court na lang, nawawalan ng option ng down the lane kasi lagpas ng antena. Okay? Eh, sabi sa inyo, kailangan sa lahat ng ginagawa maayos, hindi pwedeng kinepetics natin.
Yes, coach.
Okay? Sigurado sa lahat ng ginagawa, Gian. Okay? Isang magandang receive, lamang tayo sa harap. Lamang tayo sa harap. Okay?
Kuya, puna.
We're still deep in the third set of this one between Ateneo and Eco Oil de la Salle. A rivalry. And everyone knows about the rivalry, but now we're about to learn from it here in the Spikers Turf Open Conference. Parang destiny, no? That they fall into the same group at preliminaries pa lang maghaharap na agad Ateneo and La Salle.
And I won't be surprised if we go all out in extended sets.
Oh, absolutely. Dikit na dikit din. Even our second set, 25-23, won by Ateneo. Net touch for Magadia.
Just like that, isa na lang ang kalamangan ng Ateneo.
Same thing happening for Eco Oil La Salle. It was also around this part of the second set kung saan nakabalik talaga yung Ateneo. Mga later parts pala yun, early 20s dun sa score natin, dun nakabalik yung Ateneo in the second set. But Ateneo had control for most of this third set, only to allow Eco Oil to tie things up at 18.
And it's not going to be an Ateneo La Salle matchup if it's not a dramatic finish.
Absolutely.
All of the sets.
This rivalry never fails to entertain. Jules De Jesus targets Medalla. Kurt Aguilar from the back. Out off the block. Ateneo regains advantage.
Good news for the Blue Eagles. Nasa harap na si Chu and Jigha.
Gian Glorioso now will be serving for the Blue Eagles. And that's gonna be an ace.
Miscommunication on Anima and Makaspak kung sino kukuha ng bola na yon. 10 points so far for Gian Glorioso. Not too bad for a middle blocker.
Absolutely. Dami na rin binigay nito ni Glorioso, especially with his quick plays.
And Drew Njega continues to shine for the Blue Eagles.
Most definitely. Njega just making the most of every opportunity that comes his way.
Another miscommunication off the first ball, this time from Sumalinog, the libero, and Anima.
22-18 the lead now for Ateneo. Timeout called by De La Salle.
Coach, basta yun ang direction. Kaya sabi ko, usog ka dito, ikaw ang tatargetin. Iniwasan mo naman. Pangalawa, nag-agawan naman kayo. Diba? Ano nangyari? Hindi tayo nagko-connect. Nanguhula na lang tayo. Kumbaga, nakikiramdam tayo kung sino gagalaw ng maayos. Hindi pwede, akuin nyo. Coach. Diba? Yun yung sinasabing laban. Pwede nagkamali ka, akuin mo. Diba? Ganun katitiba. Hindi iwasan mo. Antayin natin mag-error. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Tayo gagawa.
Ateneo 3 points away from taking a 2-1 set lead here, but of course that's what LaSalle, Eco Oil LaSalle is trying to prevent. Excellent action we're seeing here, the spiker's serve. It's just this kind of volleyball we've come to expect here in the Open Conference with 24 teams competing for the championship. Reyes, finally that running attack works for him. Sabi mo nga, kanina pa hinahanap.
Correct. It works for them this time as they cut the deficit down to 3.
Oh boy, it took a while before Reyes finally found success on that one. He's been quite silent, no, for someone who is a very big part of the LaSalle offense. Marco accepting that regalo. It's Aguilar's birthday, but it's LaSalle actually receiving regalos twice already.
Actually, nakakatawa to see setters going for spikes because you don't see it so often.
Yeah, definitely. Pero marami rin kasi dyan mga converted na eh, di ba? Oh, and Ateneo throwing a point away. No touch, says our first referee. And DLSU with a chance to tie things up.
This has been the trend. Whoever commits more errors in the end game, dun nagkakatalo.
Reyes. Magadya to Medalla. Sent back. Ateneo gets to it. Medalla once more, lifted by De Jesus. Anima. Net touch on Ateneo. We are tied at 22.
Another violation called on the Blue Eagles. Sayang because Lance De Castro got that ball up perfectly.
This is exactly what you expect when it's Ateneo versus LaSalle. Magadya to Njega. Found the gap.
When they need a point, Njega will always be there.
Absolutely. That's definitely what he's shown for Ateneo. Not just in this match, but even that last outing against LPU. Can they do more? Marco going quickly to De Los Reyes. Nice play for Eco Oil.
Kung may Njega sa Ateneo, may De Los Reyes naman.
Yeah.
For Eco Oil.
Sagutan lang na sagutan tong teams natin. Marco with a serve. Magadya, that's out for Njega.
Now, Ateneo is appealing to the second referee dahil tinawag ng referee na check out. But it's really the first referee magkakaroon ng final say.
And the first referee saying no, there was no touch. Ateneo adamant that there was an infraction there. They'll be calling this timeout as Eco Oil is at set point.
Ikaw tatargetin, iangat mo lang yung bola. Ilang paulit-ulit na tayo ron eh. Anong set na? Paulit-ulit yung mali mo eh. Kailan ka ba susunod? Kailan? Ron naman, para ka namang bata eh. Imbis na hindi na kita iniintindi, ikaw pa iniintindi ko sa resiban, Ron. Sige.
Kuya, kapit.
Advantage tayo.
Eco Oil hoping to turn things around once again. I am speechless with the action and the way this game has played with our emotions. And Chega, no. Chance for Eco Oil. Ronquillo sent back. Still alive now. Magaja to Enchega. And Eco Oil with a comeback of their own.
It's a series of comebacks for both of these teams, 25-23. Eco Oil maximized this time yung lack of reception ng Ateneo to get a 2 sets advantage to 1.
Are you kidding me? Ateneo earlier in the second set came back from an 8-point deficit. The LSU was down by 6 points. Here in the third set, they win it 25-23. Ateneo and Eco Oil engaged in an excellent showdown here. But Eco Oil just finding that second win towards the end of that third set to be able to get the advantage. They won it 25-23.
Ateneo committed 7 more errors compared to Eco Oil, lalo na dun sa latter part of that set. Kahit na naging lamang sila sa attacks and aces, isa lang yung nilamang ng Eco Oil sa blocking department. So these players have to be very careful na hindi masyadong mag-relax towards the latter part because any team can snatch it kahit ano pa man yung lamang.
Oh nga, that's definitely what we've seen in this match so far. But I've been very entertained, you know, and I hope everyone watching through One Sports is too. Thanks for tuning in. Jot Sulit and Neil Flores on the call for this one. It's the rivals, Ateneo versus Eco Oil DLSU. Billy Anima and the rest of the Green Spikers up 2-1. We're opening up set 4 with E.G. Magadia serving. Marco going to Anima. Nice connection there.
Of course, Eco Oil would like to end this one in 4 sets. Dahil pag umabot to ng 5, mas maaalanganin sila to get another win.
Ateneo expect them though to fight with everything they have. But a net touch committed by Ateneo.
That's probably the error that they've committed the most here in this match. Parang yun nga, even in the first set, yung sinasabi natin, a lot of infractions at the net for the Blue Eagles.
I actually lost count already kasi medyo naparami na nga yung net infractions.
Marco and Jigha. First point for Ateneo in the 4th set.
And Jigha will try to breathe in more life to this Ateneo Blue Eagles squad.
Ateneo now will be serving through Basti Cuerva. Misreceived initially by De Jesus. They give up a chance ball to Ateneo. Aguilar going down the line and off the block as well.
Kailangan din uminit ni Lienos and Aguilar because so far, most of the points are coming from Enjica and Glorioso. On the side of Eco Oil, balanse. Well distributed yung mga bola sa mga scorers.
Eco Oil. Another chance ball for Ateneo. Magaja serving up Aguilar. Back-to-back points for the birthday boy.
And that's what you like. You have to give confidence to your attackers.
So after Eco Oil opened up the set with back-to-back points, that's 3 straight now for Ateneo.
Ibang adjustment din ang gagawin ng Eco Oil because Kurt Aguilar is a lefty. So they hit at different angles.
And that will be short. Humihingi ng net touch si Coach Jose Roque and his men. None given. So that's 4 straight points now for Ateneo. Cuerva again serving. There's a joust. How about that? 5-0 run for the Blue Eagles.
It's about maintaining that composure hanggang matapos to 25. Kahit na meron kang lamang na 4 points, 8 points, it's not a guarantee na makukuha mo yung set na nilalaroan mo. So you have to go all out.
He cannot leave anything to chance. Almost an ace there. Anima, lots of force there. Cuerva serving it to Llenos. Try to go cross court. Ronquillo off the block of Enjica. And Chu knew the angles of his block could have been better that time. Napatingin agad kay Coach Timmy. Here's Llenos, drops a missile.
What a hammer from Abay Llenos. Good matchup, player matchups rather. Ronquillo against Llenos. And Jigha against De Los Reyes.
Abayenos hit that with all the power in the world. Marco quickly to De Los Reyes. Given back by Ateneo. De Jesus is blocked.
The birthday boy got the better of De Jesus that time.
Ateneo has woken up again here in the fourth set.
What a sharp angle from Ronquillo. But the lines judge called it outside.
Now referees will talk amongst themselves and they will say Eco Oil will be getting this point. First referee, Iji Magadia tried to talk to him, but then first referee said, don't worry, I have things in order. I saw it clearly. Magadia going to Glorioso. Missed time there, so he had to send something different, but still a point for Ateneo. It ends up. Thanks to that attack error coming from Eco Oil, Ateneo reaches the first technical timeout up 8-4. Three undefeated teams in Group B. Leading the pack are the Air Force Jet Spikers, and these two teams respectively in second and third. Eco Oil DLSU having won 2 matches already. And then Ateneo looking for their second win here. They need to focus here on the fourth set first.
Well, out of the 6 teams that we have in Group B, 4 na lang ang may tsansang makapasok sa ating quarterfinals because Lyceum and CEU already suffered 3 losses na medyo alanganin na.
Those are the facts. 4 pa yung may chance na makapasok, 2 lang ang papasok. So that's why kailangan pa talaga nitong Eco Oil at ng Ateneo ng lahat ng mga panalong pwede lang makuha.
And the Air Force is already sitting at a comfortable state in that top spot. And they are really highly favored to take that top seed in Group B.
But at the same time, Air Force cannot rest on their laurels as may makakalaban pa nga nila both these teams, Ateneo and Eco Oil DLSU.
That's correct. Look at the numbers of Kurt Aguilar. 5 attacks and 5 blocks.
Well, that should be a happy birthday for him. Not if they don't get the win though, so yan ang focus ngayon ni Kurt. That one taken by Eco Oil DLSU. Ronquillo, look at that, 14 points already for his team in many different ways too.
Gian Glorioso off the adjustment. I think they were going for a running play, but it was too high. But they still get the point.
Mga plays na ginawa na lang ng paraan. Players and coaches always love it kapag they still get something good out of those. Marco to Reyes. That's also something where he had to innovate.
Pero kahit papano, this is still a comfortable 4-point lead. They have to build on it more for DLSU. Now is the time to catch up because you don't want nasa dulo ka pa hahabol.
Well, that's back-to-back points for them. Glorioso tried to send it long, but it went out. The lead of Ateneo down to 3 points.
Jules De Jesus, 8 points so far in this contest.
Sayang yung effort niya rin back in the second set because he was the reason why Eco Oil went up by about 8 points nga, only to be diffused by Ateneo. And that's also what the Blue Eagles are trying to do here dahil Eco Oil was on a run, but Ateneo finally breaking the momentum. Glorioso targets Anima. Abay Lienos. A bit ambitious perhaps.
Coach Timmy clearly not happy with that. Kasi sobrang way off na, and I think he still pushed through with that hit.
Yeah. He tried to go big, but had to pay the price. Ganyan naman eh, di ba? If you're trying to go for a big play, there's also a big risk. EG trying to go for the dump. Basang-basa ni Anima.
Yung form pa lang ng hands ni Magadia, alam na ni Anima na i-drop ball niya yon.
And now, Eco Oil within 2 points. Kiefer Reyes with a serve. And Jiga lifting it up. Lieno's second time that he's committed that same error.
With that error, Eco Oil will cut the lead of Ateneo. Now they're just down by 1. Kiefer Reyes, 8 points also. Ganun mo makikita na balance talaga yung distribution ni Wayne Marco.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the same for Ateneo. Ilang beses na tayo nagpakita ng graphic with the contributions of a particular player na pantay-pantay halos eh. If you total the points, of course, some of them, the points coming from attacks, some from blocks, aces. Pero ang daming maaasahan both these teams. And Eco Oil DLSU tying things up early. 11 apiece. But they give up a point on that service error.
Grabe yung makalamangan natin. A while ago, it was 8, then 4. But they end up tying this ball game every now and then.
It's also because of the momentum swings and the big rallies, runs of these two teams. Aguilar. Good dig there for Ronquillo. Nice dig for De Castro. And Jega with a drop ball. Doesn't work. Anima, that's in! Wow!
Yan ang depensa dito sa men's volleyball. Another great pancake save from DLSU. They've been doing that.
And Ronquillo has been doing everything for Eco Oil. Siya na rin ang umabot dun sa bola with that pancake save. Tama ka nila yung depensa rin in the spiker's serve. Many talk about the attacks and the rallies. Mas mabilis daw, mas madalas daw mamatay ang bola. How about those saves we've been seeing in this match? Magadia trying to go to Njika. I thought Chu hesitated that time. And off the block, Ronquillo went and got the lead for Eco Oil. Watch this one more time. JM Ronquillo just off of the blockers, getting a 30-12 advantage for Eco Oil. Timeout Ateneo.
Hindi mo pwedeng over lang yung bola. Wala, hindi ka nakapwesto, hindi ka nakapwesto ng mais. Okay lang sana kung nakapwesto ka, kapatid mo, papayagan ko. Pero hindi ka nakapwesto eh. Bakit papaluin mo ng ganun, Abay? Ang tinatawag dyan, walda. Very impatient yan. Simula sa running mo, nagbagal na set sa'yo. Ay, wala, di ako nakatiming ha, kasi ko na ng bahala na. Tama ba yun? Diba? Yung sasabi sa inyo, guys.
Now, many times we've highlighted the fact that if you give up a free point or you give an opportunity to the other team, talaga magkakapitalize yan because these are two very talented teams and squads Kaya yun yung sinasabi ni Coach Timmy, huwag mo nang bigyan ng pagkakataon yung kalaban.
What about that performance of JM Ronquillo so far in this ball game? 15 points already under his name.
Kurt Aguilar tried to go cross-court and collected a point for the Blue Eagles. Offense and defense talaga for Kurt Aguilar in this match.
You know, Jot, nalaman ko na Kurt Aguilar, JM Ronquillo, and E.G. Magadia were teammates pala before in high school. But now they're with different schools already.
I'm sure may part din yan na asaran mamaya kung sino man ang manalo. And thanks to De Los Reyes, Eco Oil looking good. Nice quick play there. Marco still very good orchestrating his team. De Castro. Abay Lieno straight into Anima. Bumawi sa kanya mga errors earlier.
14 all. We are halfway through this fourth frame. Ateneo needs to make their move to get a little separation from Eco Oil.
I have this feeling that this is the kind of action we'll see probably until a fifth set. Magadia to Glorioso. Did not even need a lot of power there. Smarts ang kanyang ginamit.
And so far, the leading scorers of Ateneo, talagang Glorioso and Enjegha, both from the middle. Susunod na dyan si Kurt Aguilar.
Enjegha with the serve. Marco going to Ronquillo. Ateneo, how will they respond? Aguilar. Ronquillo lifting it. That's gonna be
double contact. So violation will be called on Eco Oil.
Oh, but it looks like a card will be put out for Ateneo. Well, not yet. We have reached the second technical timeout of the fourth set. Ateneo remains in the advantage. 16-14 is their lead right now. Eco Oil DLSU Green Spikers, Ateneo Blue Eagles engaged in what has been a thrilling encounter so far. Hope you're enjoying the action wherever it is you're watching from. Of course, the Spikers Turf Open Conference always airs live on One Sports, channel 91 in standard definition, 261 in high definition on Signal TV. You can also watch us through One Sports Facebook page. It's Jot Sulit and Neil Flores on the call for this one between rivals Ateneo and LaSalle. Chu Enjegha serving now for the Blue Eagles. Marco going to De Jesus, and De Jesus right after that hit a stare down as well.
Glorioso was late again for that block. You know, I've been getting a lot of feedback na sobrang ganda daw talaga ng TV coverage ng One Sports. But I always tell them it's better if you get to watch the action live here in Paco Arena. The atmosphere and energy is different when you're here watching your favorite volleyball players.
Absolutely, and I feel like sulit talagang punta sa Paco Arena because you get to watch 3 matches any game day. Bawat game day po, 3 ang nilalaro natin. Of course, we bring all those games to you live. But yeah, like Neil said, you have to experience it in the flesh. You have to see how Jules De Jesus
gets up and sends missiles to the side of opponents. That's now 19 excellent sets for Wayne Marco.
Now mag-uusap lang yung first and second referee.
Well, everything's been sorted out, ready to resume action. Eco Oil down by 1. They are hoping to end things here in the 4th set, but of course, Ateneo, they refuse to give in so easily. Aguilar, Marco, to Reyes. Magadia going to Aguilar, and that was too long. Collected by Eco Oil. Tabla na naman tayo, 17 all.
These errors will really hurt Ateneo. Lalo na't they are down by 1 set pa.
JM Roquillo serving. The rookie who has shown abilities of being the main man for LaSalle, but first thing they have to do is defend. They don't do that. Bukas na bukas for Gian Glorioso, yung gitna. Abay Lienos has been challenged numerous times by Coach Timmy Santo Tomas. Marco going to Reyes. No power on that attack. That's going to be reaching beyond the net.
Well, for all of our new viewers, you have to give a chance to your opponent to set that ball up to his attacker before you block the ball. Pag inagawan mo siya habang siniset, that's called an overreaching infraction.
2-point lead for Ateneo. Llenos serving. Targets Anima. De Jesus drops a dagger. And he's got his game face on.
It has been De Jesus this time, pouring out the points for Eco Oil.
Jose De Jesus. Cuerva not the best received there. So the chance ball had to be given up. Reyes. You know, Kiefer Reyes has looked different in this match. Just not the same production that we were used to seeing from him, lalo na nung reinforced conference.
That's correct. Medyo erratic yung connection ni Wayne Marco and Kiefer Reyes today.
Paano ba pag ganyan, Neil? Sino ang mas kailangan mag-adjust?
Well, adjustment should be made on both sides. The setter will always ask kung anong preferred set ng spiker. Pero sometimes, kahit ano pa mang ibigay na set, mag-a-adjust ka rin eh.
Lalo na kapag handa ang depensa. Such was the case with Ateneo sending that full coverage on that attack. Timeout, Eco Oil.
Pag lumalabas na dalawa spiker natin, puro nandito lang tayo. Alanganin din yung ano niya, yung backset niya, di ba? Hindi nakapwesto, mababa rin yung bigay mo. Pag-usapan nyo agad. Yung bago magpwesto dyan, alam natin sa kanilang bola. Pag-usapan nyo na agad kung anong gagawin. Di ba?
Guys, wala pang 25 ba? Habol-habol.
Well, you were a prophet there, Neil, as that's exactly what you said was exactly what was talked about in that huddle of Coach Jose Roque, that they need to communicate. Paano ba yung gusto mong set? Or saan ko ba dapat ilagay yung bola for you to be able to hit that properly? Because attack errors of Eco Oil, those are what gave this 3-point advantage to Ateneo.
But I also like yung pinunto ng isang player dun sa huddle na yun na wala pang 25. That's a good mindset because they were able to do it earlier and they know that they can replicate the result. But right now, Gian Glorioso continues his rampage. This time, off the service line, 15 attacks, 5 aces.
Back in the second set, sa 22 na pako yung Eco Oil before Ateneo made a furious rally
The Green Spikers hoping they get to do it towards their advantage this time. Marco going to Anima. Off the block, that's out. Oh, go, check that.
That did not go over the net.
Yeah. So it's Ateneo collecting the point. They are 2 points away from forcing a deciding set.
Kung nag-iisip tayo, dapat mas pulido yung galaw natin. Hindi. Start from the pass. Hindi rin ganun ka-control. Inangat lang ni Wayne. Wala. Pasa. Start tayo sa simula. Pasa muna. Kontrolin natin yung pasa. Balang setter. Ready ang wing, ang spiker natin. Ganun lang.
Go.
Ganun ka-basic lang ang pwede natin gawin. Para ma-break natin yung momentum nila. And then, tutok tayo. Pag tayo ang service, tutok tayo sa block. Ano ba bang kailangan natin gawin? Kailangan pag-isipan. Diba?
Wait, tara, wala pa 25 pa. 2 puntos pa gagawin nila. Go tayo.
But the same reminder there. Hindi pa naman tapos tong set. Wala pa sila sa 25. I know it's a different situation kasi 2 points na lang. Little mas maliit yung margin of error. But earlier, DLSU was able to climb back from a 6-point deficit. Earlier than that, Ateneo was able to climb back from an 8-point deficit. So it's been overcoming the odds. Yan ang tema nitong ating laro. Anima starting the surge for Eco Oil.
Good sign for Eco Oil. Nasunod yung plano ni Coach Jose Roque. He was asking for more support in the receiving area para makabuelo si Billy Anima.
Reyes at the service line, puts the ball in play, targets Cuerva. Magadia was blocked. Back-to-back points for Eco Oil. (23-20) in favor of Ateneo, but watch out, Eco Oil DLSU saying we're all about business right now. Magadia going to Njega. And that will be set point for Ateneo.
High efficiency attacking for Njega. Sabi ko nga, when you need a point, you go to him. Pero ngayon may katulong na siya. Kurt Aguilar is in the front line. Along with Basti Cuerva.
E.G. Magadia targeting Anima. Ronquillo was the weapon chosen by Eco Oil. And he did go for the kill.
Ronquillo is already near the 20-point mark in terms of production. Ganun kalaki ang naiaambag niya sa koponan ng Lasal.
Magadia going now to Aguilar. And we will have a fifth and deciding set here. And I think that's what many expected between Ateneo and Eco Oil Lasal.
Wala ka nang iabang i-expect. We will go the distance. Another 5-setter with this rivalry, Ateneo and Lasal.
We're about to write a new chapter. The question now, will it be Ateneo or Eco Oil DLSU taking the win? We'll find out in the fifth set.
These are the numbers from set 4. What stands out for you, Neil?
Same output, attacks and blocking. Pero in naman, errors committed by Eco Oil DLSU gave the edge to Ateneo. Right now, we're going to a 5th set, a race to 15 points.
We've had long sets here. Yung pinakamabilis was the first set, which lasted about 23 minutes. Second and third sets lasted 29 minutes each. Itong fourth set, 28. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if itong fifth set natin lasts longer than usual then. Just neither team, you know, giving in or letting the other really get away with a large margin. Minsan lalamang nga na malaki, hahabuli naman nung kabila.
Well, if you're looking for power, speed, drama, and intensity, all in one package, you got it here. Ateneo and LaSalle going up against each other.
Neil, when you enter a fifth set, you know it's the last stand for both teams. What's important?
Well, if you're entering a fifth set, you have to go to your highest percentage attackers most of the time. Kumbaga, meron kang ride or die na players na pupuntahan kasi up to 15 lang eh.
And for Ateneo, it's Njigha, and he provided the first point of the fifth set. Basti Cuerva. Marco going to De Los Reyes. Siya naman ang moneymaker for Eco Oil DLSU.
First position was not ready for Ateneo.
Anima, who has done so much for his team, will be serving. This time it's Llenos out on that cross-court hit.
And talking about errors, yan na yung dapat pinakamaliit in the fifth set.
Now earlier, maraming mga corrections na hiningi si Coach Timmy, no? But the way he talked to Llenos that time, it was as if to say, okay lang, you know, bawi ka the next time around. And he did just that. Hindi nabuhay ng Eco Oil yung bola coming from Abay Llenos.
Neck and neck scoring. 2 sets apiece. 2-all in this fifth.
Marco. Wow! Call it luck, call it destiny. De Los Reyes finding a way to get that point.
De Los Reyes did the same strategy. 2 puntos dun sa off-speed hit.
De Los Reyes target Llenos. Glorioso with the soft touch. Eco Oil going to De Jesus. Jules De Jesus. One more time. Look at that, just rising over the double block. Wala na rin nagawa si Lance De Castro to save that point. Magadja going to Llenos. That one was in.
A sigh of relief for Abay Llenos dahil medyo alanganin din yung first ball niya.
Hindi madali yung ginawa niya dun, ha? But as long as it works, as long as the first referee points to their side after it. Oh! Miscommunication on the side of Ateneo.
That is a costly error for the Blue Eagles. Practically a chance ball already. But they gave that away.
You know, it was already an advantage for Ateneo. Then it turned to be an advantage for Eco Oil. Tapos balik dapat sa Ateneo advantage. But miscommunication.
And Glorioso said, you know, he said earlier, Coach Bawi ako. Did not even take a full minute before he fulfilled his promise.
That's pure focus. And you have to keep the margin of lead ng maliit lang.
Yes.
Because a 2-point lead in a fifth set, medyo malaki na eh.
joust. Falls on the side of Ateneo. De Jesus. Aguilar lifts it up. Here's Cuerva. The LSU miscommunication. There it is again. Problems between Marco and Reyes. But this one stings the most.
Definitely masyadong mataas. Kinulang ng talon si Kiefer Reyes on that back quick play. Maganda sana yung idea, but the execution has been very erratic for these two players.
Ateneo with a chance to take the lead. Soft touch for Glorioso, doesn't work. Marco. Cuerva nagawa ng paraan. Here's Marco again, this time going to Ronquillo. Glorioso, chance ball for Eco Oil. Marco dropping it. That one is out.
And another miscommunication of that attack error. But what about that save of Lance De Castro, keeping that ball alive?
And that is a well-deserved celebration for De Castro. He definitely worked hard. Saved it when it needed to be saved, and let it go when it needed. When it was about to go out, and it is in. Wow. Eco Oil, a couple of unforced errors. Misread that time, hurting them, allowing Ateneo to go up by 2.
Join us for our second match for tonight.
Kailangan mas pulido. Para patatagan ng kung sino mas magandang ginagalaw doon.
Boys, wag mo ng emotions ha. Nahabol natin kanina ng 4 points. Susunod yung mga bata, kailangan mag-round tayo. Basic lang.
Basic. Pass muna.
Walang emotions tayo. Mahabol yung bata.
Ano mo?
It's so difficult to play sports and set aside emotions. But yes, Coach Aaron Velez is correct. You know, sometimes you have to find a way to do so. Set aside emotion and let skill and talent do the work.
And sabi nga ni Coach Jose Roque kay Wayne Marco, you have to go to the player that has been efficient in the past few frames. And clearly, that is De Jesus.
Yeah, you have De Jesus, Ronquillo, even Anima has been productive. Eh, yun na nga eh, parang si Reyes, I mean, no disrespect to the talent of that guy, but meron lang something off today. And that happens, di ba? Some players have off nights. So ito na, Anima ang pinuntahan.
Oh, great dig from Basti Cuerva.
Ateneo gets it up. And Cuerva, and that ball was on the side of Eco Oil, but he did not read it well. So tumalon siya, tumama pa sa net.
These are the careless mistakes na medyo masakit in the 5th set.
Like you said earlier, dito ka dapat naglilinis talaga ng laro mo. Dito ka dapat hindi na masyado nagkakaroon ng error.
We will have the official court switch at the half-point mark. Ateneo leads 8-7 against the Green Spikers.
The first to 4th sets were full of emotion, full of action and drama. But here in the 5th, like the reminder earlier of assistant coach of Eco Oil, Aaron Velez, at this point, you have to be able to filter emotion out and just focus on getting that W. Ateneo with the lead here. Well, it's just 1 point, and this game is still, in my opinion, 50-50 between these two teams. Composure will play a big role.
You cannot blink if you're a player. Mawala ka lang ng saglit sa focus. You can end up losing this match. That's another ace registered to the squad of Ateneo in this 5th. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd ace already. from 0 nung unang set to becoming consistent in the next few frames.
It has been an area of concern for Eco Oil DLSU. Gian Glorioso. Anima this time making sure he got it. Ateneo with a good hustle. Ronquillo lifts it up. Marco going to Anima. Off the block, it's out.
Smart hit from Anima, targeting the hands of the shorter E.G. Magadia. Now the other De Jesus will come in for the serve.
Gian De Jesus, son of Coach Ramil, will be serving now. Only a 1-point deficit Eco Oil is trying to overcome. Magadia going to Njika. Net touch committed by DLSU. What action we're seeing here. This is beautiful volleyball stuff you witness here in the Spiker Surf Open Conference. And that's a point for Eco Oil. Initially awarded to Eco Oil, but now the first and second referees will talk. We'll find out if there will be a reversal. Point rewarded to Eco Oil.
Oh, tough call.
Yun nga ang hinihingi ng Ateneo, a touch ball. But referees actually deciding it was clean. Pero nalusot ni Kurt Aguilar. Giving Ateneo another 2-point lead.
Well, whoever wins this game, I think everybody was really entertained.
Absolutely. Anima, that is out. And Ateneo is starting to gain full control of this match.
Another timeout will be called by Coach Jose Roque.
Kailangan natin isa-isa. Yes, Coach. Magsimula tayo sa pasa. Wait, hindi mo kailangan magmadali. Kailangan magmadali. Pag bumalik ang bola sa kapila, tutok sa block. Defense ka. Let's go. Go.
(11-9) is the lead of Ateneo right now. We are in the 5th set of this duel between arch rivals Ateneo and De La Salle, of course, carrying the team named Eco Oil DLSU in this Spiker Surf Open Conference. What else did we expect? Of course, an intense battle between these two teams. That is out again.
These errors of Eco Oil giving the points to Ateneo as they are now 2 points away from getting their second victory in our preliminary round of the Open Conference.
DLSU was so close to getting a 2-0 set lead, but then Ateneo just showed resiliency.
You know, these errors will really haunt the players of DLSU, especially that second frame wherein they had a huge 8-point lead.
Only to see Ateneo take that set, 25-23. Looks like Billy Anima is hurt right now. He's limping.
He's holding on to his knees.
Pretty scary sight here. Although he is walking, could be a case of cramps, and from on a side where we do not want any players to get hurt. We hope that it is just cramps if ever there is some pain there. Nocentes just checked in for Anima, and he'll be serving.
That is tough when your number is called and you have to make a good serve.
Ateneo has reached match point. If we were in the early parts of the second set, even midway through the second set, no one would have thought that we would be able to say that Ateneo is at match point, because they were just not playing too good volleyball that was good enough to take down Eco Oil. But then...
that is outside. Ateneo will get this game against Eco Oil, the LSU Green Spikers.
A battle between rivals did not disappoint. It took 5 sets, but in the end, it was the Ateneo Blue Eagles taking a win here in the Spikers Turf Open Conference. 15-10 in the 5th set. 3-2 set win for Ateneo. They remain undefeated. We'll talk more about this win of the Blue Eagles in just a bit. Dito na lang, on the other side na lang. Patino yung numbers, 14 and 1. Okay. Clashes between Ateneo and LaSalle just never disappoint. It was a 5-set thriller here inside the Paco Arena, and the Ateneo Blue Eagles escaping with the victory. Our best player of this match, Chu Enjega, with 14 attacks and 1 block. Chu, it was similar to your last game against LPU. Medyo slow start ulit kayo. You even fell behind nung second set by 8 points. Where did that renewed energy come from para talagang nagising kayo and you were able to win that second set pa and just extend the match?
I think it was just that we had to remind each other of our goal for this game and our goal for UAA, because we want to bring it, because obviously we're against LaSalle and we have to keep that pride for that game, dapat magpatalo.
And also kanina, in the huddles of Coach Timmy, lagi siyang may challenge sa inyo, and he really felt like hindi nyo nalalaro yung Ateneo volleyball in the earlier parts, even challenge you, Ron, and other guys. Sino ba talagang aahon sa inyo as the leader of this team? Talk about that dynamic, the respect that you guys have within the team.
Of course, yung kailangan mag-step up sa amin, yung lahat ng seniors, basically. Pero, rini-require ni Coach lahat kami mag-lead, kahit sino naman pwede mag-lead sa team.
Well, congratulations, you remain undefeated. Here's a chance to invite and thank everyone who supports you and the Blue Eagles.
Hey guys, keep supporting Spikers Surf, men's volleyball, and thank you to everyone supporting back home, sa lahat ng friends ko and family. Yay.
Congratulations, Chu. Congratulations, Ateneo. Let's take a look at the great highlights from this win of the Blue Eagles.
After a poor start in this game, Ateneo finally closes out Eco Oil DLSU Green Spikers in 5 sets. They remain undefeated in Group B. Aangat sila to 2-0 as DLSU slides to 2-1. Despite playing not so clean volleyball, they still managed to push through with the services of the player of the game, Chumason Enjega, Gian Glorioso, and of course the defensive prowess of Lance De Castro.
Yeah, for Eco Oil, you'll see a lot of highlights here. And like we mentioned during this coverage, ang maganda sa ginawa ng Green Spikers is that they tapped into their many weapons. They had contributions from Ronquillo, from Anima. De Los Reyes was brilliant to start before he committed some attack errors towards the latter part. But when Ateneo woke up in that second set,
they caused a lot of problems on the side of the LSU.
And that was really the shift of momentum, and it was really the confidence booster na kinailangan ng Ateneo to get back in this ball game. Kahit na 8 more attacks ang nagawa ng Eco Oil, they still managed to win that set.
Also, something we highlighted, I remember when we were discussing those numbers, 0 blocks, 0 aces in the first set for Ateneo, and then in the second, 4 blocks na and 2 aces. And magiging consistent na sila dyan. Even in the third set, they had 4 aces and a couple of blocks. That is where their energy came from in the latter part of the match.
Just imagine, Ateneo committed 12 errors in that third frame. They squandered a 6-point lead to bow down to the LSU in that set. Pero come the fourth frame, they gained their composure, they listened to their coach, and Eco Oil committed more errors naman this time.
Yeah, that was true for the fourth and fifth sets. Yung mga errors talaga ng DLSU really cost them. That was, an attack where drop ball sana from De Los Reyes, but it just landed out. And then another attack error to end the match. So you see it there. 7 more errors kahit na mas maraming ay attacks nila.
But the aces played a big role in that crucial fifth set. Ateneo scored 2 or 3 aces.
Absolutely.
And Eco Oil just poured out the errors towards that end of the set.
For sure. And well, I think that was a proper way to kick things off here in our Sunday triple header. The first dent on the previously perfect record of Eco Oil de La Salle. 2-1 na sila ngayon, like Neil said. Ateneo, back-to-back wins to open up their Spikers Turf Open Conference. They currently sit at second in Pool B. We have more games coming your way. Up next, Hachiran FEU going up against the Philippine Coast Guard. That will do it for our first match. For my partner, Neil Flores, for everyone behind this coverage of the Spikers Turf Open Conference, my name is Jot Sulit, thanking you for watching us on One Sports. Do stick around. We have more matches coming your way from the Paco Arena. We'll see you then.